Hello everyone, my name is Rohan Poddar and welcome to another INSEE tutorial video for IPSDB 1.0. Today we are going to discuss about how you can add set points, recipe, permissive and interlocks in your project. I'm going to continue with the same project from my previous video. To add a set point table, click on set points. Here you will be able to create a set point table, give it a name. I'm going to call it ESPT01 stands for Engineering Set Point Table 01. You can name it whatever you like, and then click Add. It will redirect you to Set Points configuration page. Here you can add up to 100 set points in your set point table. To add a set point, click on the Edit button, give it a meaningful description. I'm going to call it T1 level controller dot level, and I'm going to set the value to 50. Leave the unit to percent, maximum to default and minimum to default values. Click Add and you've created a set point. Let's add another one. This time I'm going to say T1 level controller, and this time it should be stop level instead of start level, and I'm going to give the value to 90%, maximum, minimum to default values. Click Add to add the set point. Now let's see how to use these set points. As you remember, we created a level controller LC01 in the last tutorial. We are just going to select that, click on Edit. So now you're in LC01 configuration page. And then I'm going to go and edit the start condition for the LC01. So here I put a raw value of 50 for the start condition. I'm going to delete that, and if I click on it, now you see I get the list of set points that we just created. It has a set point table reference in the name because you can add more than one set point table. So I'm just going to select T1 level controller start level. As you remember, we set the value of that set point to 50. I'm going to add it, and that's it. Next, I'm going to go and edit the stop condition, and instead of 90, I'm going to select T1 level controller stop level, right? And click Add. That's it. That's how easy it is to use your set points in your project. Now let's look at how you can create recipe management system in your project. To do that, I'm going to click on recipe. Similar to set point table, I'm going to create a recipe name first, and I'm going to call it coffee underscore recipe. I'm going to say I'm going to have up to 10 ingredients in my recipe, and then I'm going to press add to create it. Right, let's specify 4 ingredients. So first ingredient is going to be coffee. And I'm going to add it. I prefer to add unit of ingredient in the configuration, so I'm just going to add percent over there, like that, and click add. The next ingredient is going to be sugar, and that is going to be in percent as well. Add. Then I'm going to add hot water, and that also is going to be in percent. Click add. And the final ingredient I'm going to add is milk, and that also is going to be in percent. Okay, now that you have defined your recipe, you want to add the instances of for that recipe. So to do that, you need to go back to recipe, select the recipe that you created, and this time you're going to go into edit configuration. So now you're in the configuration page. It looks same as definition, but it is not, because it is waiting for you to add the instances. So here I'm going to create an instance of a coffee recipe, and I'm going to call it white coffee. And then I'm going to fill up the parameter values for white coffee. So first was coffee, so I'm going to put 10% here. The second ingredient was sugar, so I'm going to put 10% for that as well. The third ingredient was hot water. I'm going to put 50% for that. And the fourth parameter was milk, so I'm going to have 10% milk in my coffee, in my white coffee. And then I'm going to click add. As you can see, the new instance appeared here. I'm going to add another instance of coffee. I'm going to call it black coffee. I can just select that and change the name. And this time it's a black coffee, so I'm not going to have any milk. So I'm going to increase the percentage of coffee to 60%. Hot water to 60%, and no milk whatsoever. I'm going to add it. So the black coffee instance is added at the end of the table. Similar to setpoint table, it is very easy to use the recipe parameters as well. So let's have a look at how to use the recipe parameter whilst configuring some permissives and interlocks. To configure a permissive, you need to click on the permissive. It will navigate you to the permissive page. Here, control modules for which the permissives are applicable are populated. You need to select the one that you want and press select. So I'm going to select pump P08 and press select. The selected control module is shown here alongside your page title. Now that it is selected, I can go ahead and edit it. I'm going to say, I'm going to call it tank 1 level low. I'm going to select item as level transmitter LT01, and I want the criteria to be value is less than or equal to. And when I will click here, you will see alongside your engineering set point table parameters, all your recipe parameters are visible as well. You can just as easily select one of them if you want, but I am going to put a value of 50 here, 50%, and click add. That's how simple it is to add a permissive to any control module. Similar to this, I'm going to go ahead and add an interlock to the same pump. Okay, I've selected the P08 pump. I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to create a interlock called tank T1 level high, and I'm going to select item LT01, and criteria is going to be value is greater than, and then parameter I'm going to put 90 here, and then click add. And just like that, you created an interlock for P08. That's all for this tutorial video. I hope it made things very clear to you on how to create set points and recipes, and how to configure permissive and interlocks in your project. In the next tutorial, we are going to start building some sequences. So I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.